Hello, good morning, students. See, we are discussing about the motion in two dimensions. Motion in two dimensions, that is 2D. And today's topic is centripetal acceleration. This centripetal acceleration is also called as radial acceleration. Okay. Now, in this videos, we have to discuss about what is the centripetal acceleration, or we can say radial acceleration, when it takes place, then what is the magnitude. Means suppose the centripetal acceleration is to be calculated, then what is the formula to calculate centripetal acceleration, or we can say radial acceleration. Okay, so let us move to discuss in details about the centripetal acceleration. So for that purpose, consider a particle is here. Suppose that particle is at point A and the particle is moving along the circumference of circle in anti-clockwise direction. So we can say that particle performing circular motion in anti-clockwise direction. This one is the radius, center is O. So when the particle is at point A, then draw a tangent, and this tangent represents, that is the position of particle when the particle is at point A. Now if the particle from point A move towards at this point particular, so this point is supposed to be B point, we can say. So this point is B point, and if we draw a tangent here like this, so this one is supposed to be this point is Q. So BQ is the direction of velocity, direction of particle when it is at point B. Okay, so there are two different positions of particles. So what? So AP, that is position of particle at point A, we can say position of particle at point A. BQ, so BQ, that is the position of particle at point B. This one is the notation. Now we have to draw one tangent which is parallel to the AP. Just draw a tangent. So if we have to draw a tangent which is parallel to AP, so draw BR which is parallel to AP. So therefore the magnitude of BR is exactly equal to AP. Okay, so what we have done here, just we have to draw here BR, a tangent which is parallel to the AP. So therefore the magnitude of BR and AP both are same. When the particle is at point B, then the radius vector is like this. So this will be the radius vector which draw from the center of circle to the position of that particle. So this is radius vector, and that radius vector is supposed to be R. So when particle goes from A to B, then there is an angle inclination at the center of circle, that is delta theta, and delta theta represents us, what represents delta theta, that is angular displacement, which we have seen. So if we apply here triangle law, then what we can write a triangle law here. So in a triangle BRQ, so in a triangle BRQ, using triangle law, how we can write a triangle law? That is BR plus RQ is equal to BQ. So therefore we can write BR plus RQ is equal to BQ. Okay, so this one is the triangle law which we have to apply. Now applying this triangle law, how we can write RQ? So therefore we can write RQ is equal to BQ minus BR. What is BQ? BQ, that is the final position of the particle. When particle is at point A, then AP stands for what? Initial position. And when the particle goes from A to B, then BQ stands for position of particle when it is at point B. Means this one is initial position of the particle and this one is final position of the particle. So we can write BR. BR what? BR, which we draw here, BR parallel to the AP, means the magnitude of BR is exactly to the magnitude of AP. So instead of this AP we can write what? So instead of this BR we can write, but BR is exactly equal to AP, therefore RQ is equal to BQ minus AP. Okay, so what is BQ? That is the final position. So BQ, final position. And what is AP, or we can say BR? Initial position. Initial position. So final position minus initial position means what? Change in positions, or we can say change in position. Final position, final velocity or initial velocity. So this both change in velocity represents. So we can say that this is, we can say velocity of particle at point A. We can write here instead of position, because this one is the, how we can represent the velocity, that is if we draw a tangent. So this tangent is nothing but what? It is the direction of velocity. Suppose the particle is at point A, okay, and if we draw a tangent to the point A, so then this tangent represents what? Direction of velocity. So you should remember direction of velocity. How we can indicates direction of velocity? Just you have to tangent to that point which is performing circular motion. So we can write here velocity of particle, then instead of this BQ stands for what? Velocity of particle, but this one is initial velocity, that one is final velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity, in short how we can write? That is final velocity and initial velocity. So final velocity and initial velocity, it means what? Change in velocity. We have seen how we can calculate change, that is final minus initial. So it indicates that is change in velocity. And what is the notation for change in velocity? That is delta V. So this is for RQ. So RQ is change in velocity. Change in velocity means what? Delta V. So this RQ stands for what? Change in velocity, delta Q. But we know acceleration. We know acceleration. What is acceleration? A is equal to dv by dt. dv by dt means what? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. But we have value of delta V. What is the value of delta V? That is RQ. RQ is nothing but it is a delta V. How we can calculate value of delta V? So the value of delta V can be calculated using which terms? See here, in angle, so if we take this angle QBR, so how we can calculate here the angle at point B? So this angle. So this angle can be calculated by using, so we can write in a triangle QBR, so angle will be arc upon radius. We know the basic formula to calculate angle. So arc is delta V and radius means r, angle that is delta theta. Okay. So therefore delta V, the value of delta V will be, here r into delta theta. So this is the most useful equations for this derivations. So delta V stands for what? R into delta theta. Now we have already the value of delta V. So how we can put the value of delta V? We know acceleration. A is equal to delta V by delta t, but delta V is equal to what? What is the value of delta V? That is r into delta theta. So we put here delta V means what? R into delta theta upon delta t. So we know this concept, we are related, the delta theta by delta t means what? Displacement upon time. And what is displacement upon time? That is displacement upon time, but delta theta upon delta t is equal to omega. Okay, so therefore what we write here? Acceleration is equal to r omega, we can write, because delta theta upon delta t means what? Omega. And here what is the value of delta V? That is delta V is equal to r into delta theta. Delta V is equal to r into theta. But radius we are taking what here? What is the value of radius? The value of radius is, yes, what is the value of radius is here? It is BR. BR means what? BR, which is parallel to AP. So this AP represents what? Velocity. So this BR also represent what? Velocity. So you should remember this notation. So that's why in this radius we can write here velocity, because this radius indicates what? Velocity. So therefore delta V upon B we can write here, and delta V is equal to V into delta theta. So this is the proper formula which we have to use here. So V into delta theta we can put here. So what will get here? So V into delta theta, that is V into delta theta. So what we get here? That is acceleration is exactly equal to the product of linear velocity and angular velocity. So this will be the linear velocity and angular velocity. Okay. So this derivation is very important, because in these derivations we should know the meaning of centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration. Centripetal acceleration means what? When the particle performing circular motion, then the acceleration produced on the particle which is moving toward the center of circle. Centripetal means what? Towards center. It is also called as radial. Why radial? Because it is along the radius. That's why it is also called as radial. Okay. So centripetal acceleration means what? A particle performing circular motion, then the acceleration is produced which is towards the center along the radius. That is called as centripetal acceleration, or we can say radial acceleration. So you should know all these things, that is delta V is equal to V into delta theta. So if we give here equations, then we will get here two equations, that is this one is first and this one is second, as the acceleration is equal to v into omega. But actually we know the value of v means what? Linear velocity. So what is the linear velocity? Value of linear velocity, but v is equal to r omega, which we have seen. So therefore acceleration is equal to, instead of this v we can write r omega into omega. So we get v acceleration is equal to r omega square. So this is the proper magnitude of centripetal acceleration. So AC stands for what? Centripetal acceleration. So centripetal acceleration, the magnitude of centripetal acceleration is r omega square. So this one is the most important formula to calculate centripetal acceleration, that is r omega square. Now another magnitude will be there. So we know omega, but omega is equal to what? Omega is equal to v by r. Because v is equal to r omega, then omega is equal to v by r. So if we put here, then centripetal acceleration is equal to r into, instead of this omega square, what we should write? V by r whole square. So that is AC, centripetal acceleration is equal to r into v square by r square. 1 r get cancel. So final centripetal acceleration is equal to v square by r. So now here we have two equations, two magnitudes of centripetal acceleration. One was third equation, this one is to be fourth equation. Now which two equations are important here? Third equation and fourth equation. In third equations we calculate here magnitude of centripetal acceleration, that is r omega square, and in fourth equations here also we calculate centripetal acceleration, that is v square by r. So you should remember here, to calculate centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration, you should know these two magnitudes, that is one is AC is equal to r omega square and another is AC is equal to v square by r. So this is for centripetal accelerations. Okay, we shall stop here. Till then, goodbye.